Good evening. It looks like we're ready to begin. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 6:01. Roll call. Oh, I can do, okay, go ahead. Go.
Here.
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 Thank you. We'd like to now do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any personal appearances this evening? No. Okay. And then next, the consent agenda. We're going to do the approval of the minutes from the May 18th, 2021 meeting. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes from the May 18th, 2021 meeting? Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. The motion passes. Any unfinished business? None. And new business. Case number 21018. The address of 1011 Chardon Avenue, subdivision design variance. I'm now going to open up the meeting and the public hearing at 6:02. Kevin Hardy, are you here ready to present? Thank you.
Hi there, my name's Kevin Hardy. I'm home builder on behalf of the Salmons. We applied for a permit to build a new single-family home out at 1011 Chardon Avenue, out on the corner of Chardon and Hubach Hill. It's a platted subdivision that has acreages that vary in sizes. This one's a little bit over 2 acres, 2.13 acres. I think there's about 12 other lots in the subdivision that are below 3 acres. We're here going to request variance to put in a low-pressure septic system on the property for the new home that we're going to build for them on that site. It's something that we typically do out on acreage. This is something that there's no sewer really available out in that area. I think the closest sewer that we'd have to hook onto be about 5,000 foot away. And this was a subdivision I think that was platted back in the, if I get this wrong, Katie, help me out here, but I think it was late 70s. Yeah, and this has been a piece of property that's been in the family since 92. So. This piece of property was given to them by their parents to build a house on. So pretty important to them to be close to the grandparents with the kids. So anyways, that's about all I've got. If you've got any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them.
Have you already had a perk test done?
Yeah, we have. Dan Owen went out there and then checked the soils, and it qualified for a low pressure system. So, and we do have it set up. There is another area on the property if these lateral systems fail that we can go to put a secondary system in down the road if it comes to that.
And who's going to be the contractor for the septic system?
It'll also be Dan Owen. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like we have any other questions.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Katie, do you have a presentation on behalf of the city?
Yes. So, as he said, the applicant is Kevin Hardy of Hardy Homes, representing the homeowners, requesting a variance from the subdivision design standards to allow an individual sewage disposal system on a lot that's smaller than 3 acres. This is the process specifically outlined in the code that if you are smaller than 3 acres, you can go to the Board of Adjustment. As he said, the total tract size is 2.13 acres. The Jawida subdivision is 38 lots. They were platted back in 1971, and of those 38 lots, 12 are less than 3 acres but have the individual septic systems. This is the last undeveloped lot within the subdivision, and the closest sanitary sewer line connection is over 5,000 feet away. A concurring vote of 4 board members shall be necessary to decide in favor of the applicant. I'd also like to point out that because this is over 5,000 feet away from the existing sanitary sewer line, this, in the opinion of staff, constitutes unnecessary hardship and practical difficulty on the property owner. The granting of the variance does not adversely affect the rights of adjacent property owners, since they are all on the individual sanitary sewer disposal systems, and should a problem arise, it's with any of the individual systems, it's the individual property owner's responsibility to repair and replace the system. It doesn't then become part of the city. And then the installation contractor has demonstrated that there's adequate room not only for one, but for a second replacement system if that's needed. So the system will be up here, so the northern area of the lot, and then should it ever arise, if they need a second one or a future system, that will be down here, close to Buffalo Road, so on the south opposite. So, city staff supports the applicant's request for a variance, allowing the installment of an individual sewer disposal system on a lot smaller than 3 acres in size. Staff recommends the Board of Adjustment accept the staff proposed findings of fact and approve case 21018 as requested. Apologies, that's a typo in the staff recommendation of your staff report. I'm available for any questions. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna submit the exhibits, which are the mailed notices to adjoining property owners, Exhibit 2, the notice of publication, Exhibit 3, the Unified Development Code, Exhibit 4, the application, Exhibit 5, the growth management plan, Exhibit 6, the staff report, and Exhibit 7, the applicant's personal statement, Exhibit 8, we don't need, but would be, Exhibit 8 is this, I guess, plot plan and display of where it would be located.
Thank you, Katie. I do have a question regarding the drawing. Could you show me on the drawing which is the front of the house? And so will it have a Hubach Hill address, or it will have the Chardon address?
It will have the Chardon address. It's facing Chardon, and the driveway is off of Chardon.
Okay. So it's horizontal this way. It does face Chardon, and the driveway will come off Chardon.
Yes, the driveway's
There. Okay. Okay. So
the sewer, or
the lateral system.
system is off of
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Board members, does anyone have a question? Jerry?
Yes, I have a question. The letter from the Balduses, has that been addressed?
The letter asked that the lot not be, that they were opposed to the lot being split, which was not the request before the Board of Zoning Appeals, and I did not have any contact information to get in contact with them to further discuss the issue.
So it's okay then with them at this point?
Well, I don't think she spoke to him.
I have not spoken to them, and but in reading their letter, I don't know that it was clear that they understood what was what the variance was asking for.
Go ahead. John?
Simply, I would anticipate that if there are individuals that are concerned with the application, they will have the opportunity to speak as well, beyond the letter submission.
Correct. So I was letting the board ask their questions first, and then we'll go to the public hearing. Aaron, did you have anything else? Okay. Anything else? Okay. Now, from the public hearing portion, do we have members here from the community that would like to speak? Come on, please come forward, state your name and your address for the record.
Hi, Jason Stenchel, wife Amy Stenchel. We live at 1003 Chardon Avenue, which is the property that adjoins this on the north-hand side. The question I have is, this is not gonna have a potty pond, right? No, correct. It's gonna be laterals, but I see that the laterals are gonna be right at the edge of my property. So that kinda concerns me because on the yes, your parents' house,
They also back up to his property, so we're side by side.
yeah. So the potty pond or the potty pond from her parents' house and next to them, sorry.
That's right.
When it rains, we're downhill. All that flows down there. So without a potty pond, that's fine, but the laterals kind of concern me with them being right at the north edge of that property, which is just gonna leach all into my property. Is that the way it works?
Well, I've lived on a septic system for probably 3/4 of my life, so I'm very familiar with both a potty pond, a mound system, and laterals. Laterals, unless they're about 40 years old, shouldn't be leaching onto anyone else's lot.
Just go in and straight down?
They're going out into the ground, and that's the reason I specifically asked the builder if a perk test had been done. He stated a perk test had been done, so if he'd stated it hadn't been done, I would have requested that. But since it had been done, and he does have a septic system installer, the laterals, other than it will have greener grass and the owners will have to mow it more frequently, there will be no downward side. I completely understand your concerns about the potty pond. I lived next to one out in Lee Summit for 22 years. I completely understand. I had a mound system, same problem. It was my choice to, live there or move. And I do understand your concerns. I think with the laterals, you're never going to notice anything, you're never going to smell anything, you're going to notice that your neighbors have a much greener spot in their yard than the rest of their yard.
Yeah, I know. That east section of mine, man, I'm mowing that nonstop.
Yeah, especially how much rain we've gotten this year, I'm sure you have.
Crazy. Okay. All right, that's all I have.
Okay, thank you very much for your participation and your words.
There are also setbacks that they would have to respect. To be honest, I don't know what these are off the top of my head, but I can look it up here quickly.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, I'm closing the public hearing at 6:14. Do we have a motion to approve case number 21018? Jerry Martin makes a motion to approve it. Do I have a second? Aaron seconds it. All those in favor? Aye. I believe the motion passes. Case number 21018 passes 4-0. Thank you all for participating. Staff comments?
No, we will have a meeting in August, so just keep your eye on that.
Okay, thank you. Board member comments? Oh, I'm sorry, Jim? Did you, okay. Board member comments? Only thing I would make a comment about is I believe one of our board members, Susan Dooley, has had a significant loss in her family, and want to keep her in our thoughts and prayers during this time. And if you all know of any formal arrangements, if I could be made aware of them, I'd certainly like to send something from our board. Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. The meeting is adjourned at 6:15. Thank you. Oh, Aaron, Jerry did. Jerry seconded it. Sorry.